Go ahead and just start sharing. Here we go. All right, everybody, welcome to our weekly Essential Island Living Team call. We are halfway through the month of October. That is crazy. I'm super, super excited to kick off the first call in our, I think it's 8-part series of oils through the ages. So really exciting, something that we were inspired to do after convention. And yeah, so welcome. I'm going to just do a quick run through of what's happening right now in doTERRA land. So product of the month ended yesterday. I hope you got your free eucalyptus. Pink pepper is still 10% off. Harvest spice is still available. However, the Huga, I don't know why I say that wrong. Huga oil and bubble diffuser is 50% sold out. Just an FYI, okay? And the three these three convention oils down here, the Escape blends, are actually limited time. So here, the Vineyard Escape is 90% sold out, which I won't lie, I'm surprised about because it's my least favorite of the three. But listen, I guess people are loving it. So here are some ways to use Vineyard Escape. I think these were posted in our Facebook group. Diffuse, massage, uplift, bath soak, all the things. But it is 90% sold out if you're wanting any more of these. Coastal Escape, my personal favorite, makes sense. Ocean, give me all the ocean vibes. Diffuse for a beach vibe. After sun lotion, foot soak, bathroom refresher, sunset meditation. Ooh, this is cute. DIY beach candle. That's actually a really good idea. This blend is 75% sold out, as is the Amazon Escape blend. Okay, so a more woodsy, grounding blend. All of the names sort of lend themselves to the oils that are in them. So this is also 75% sold out. So just wanted to give a quick reminder to everyone. The bubble, again, the only way to get the bubble currently is with the Huga blend. And so it is 50% sold out. So if you want a bubble diffuser, don't wait. And also continue to share these limited time offers with people so that they know that they're available and that they can get them, and that they're limited time for sure. All right. With that, I am going to turn it over to Miss Ray Ray Takemoto, who is going to talk to us about oils through the ages, 55 years plus. So take it away, Ray Ray.
Okay. Liza, you're going to do the slides, right? Okay, thanks. So, oils through the ages, 55 plus. Really? So, here's a picture of my family. And everyone in this picture is 55 plus. So, I mean, look at the range, right? So, in to kind of get an idea of the range of ages here, next slide. This is actually four different what do you call them? What do you call them? Age groups.
Generations.
Thank you. So it starts with Gen X because my sister, who's pushing my dad, sh she's 57. So she's Gen X. So this is 55 plus, right? Okay, then there's me. I'm a boomer too. Did you even know there was a thing called boomer one and boomer two? I went and did a deep dive on these generation things today, and I thought, I mean, I learned so much, a little bit too much. Um, but anyway, I am in my 60s. So I'm actually going to be 62. I was born in 62 and I turned 62 this year. Okay, so that's boomer two. There's nobody represented as a boomer one in this picture. And then the other people in this photo are all post-war. So They're all in their 80s, the rest of them. But it made me think when this oils through the ages. I was thinking, wait a minute, 55 plus, that is a big range because my needs are very different from my father's needs and my mother's and my aunties. But there are some things that are the same. So I'm going to talk a little bit about it. And I'm going to do it through the lens of the boomers, since I'm a boomer, apparently. Okay. So then I asked myself, well, what's a boomer? And I didn't, okay, I don't know. I feel like I'm so out of it because when someone says boomer, I don't know, it's like a derogatory thing. Like, how dare? But what I learned about boomers is that we are the largest population in the United States that's moving right now from working into retirement. The largest population now, folks. That's kind of a big statement there. And I picked these pictures because I thought it was hilarious. That's a boomer one group, I gotta say, because that's not my group. Um, But I thought this is a movie. It's a TV show. It's called Boomers, and it says hashtag not dead yet. Yeah. So I was cracking up doing this. Okay, so I read about the boomers, right? And so we're this generation from 1946 to 1964, born in. And our our generations are known for hard work, like just busting butt, hard work, and making money, making your economics work. Um, it says there contributions to the digital age. I'm all, what? I'm the one who doesn't even I always got to ask everybody else for help, but whatever. But what struck me was that it also said some say that the baby boomers are living longer than previous generations. But the sad part is that we're living longer, but we have chronic health conditions. So that makes sense, right? Because if you go back to that picture of my family, which is the next slide, I thought, okay, so we're all boomers except my sister. And I'm in this group with the boomer people. And I thought, okay, so what really matters, because yeah, chronic health conditions, that's partly why I do what I do. By the way, they're all my customers. And but I do what I do because I got to take care of everybody. I have to take care of them. So I thought, okay, well, what mattered to me when I was growing up? So telling my story a little bit here with with doTERRA. What mattered to me was family. I was raised family, everybody in the family, auntie, uncle, grandma, grandpa, cousins, everybody. You got to work and be super productive. If you're not working, then you're lazy. Like you never could relax. Who gets a massage? That's unheard of when I was growing up. Um, the other thing is you have to contribute to the community. You got to make the world a better place. You got to do something to contribute to community. And it doesn't matter. You have to just sacrifice yourself, sacrifice your well-being for others, for the greater good. That's how I was raised. I mean, that explains kind of a lot. So I ask you now, if you're always working, what do you end up not doing? Put it in the chat. What do you end up not doing? Yep. Okay, you end up not taking care of yourself. Be specific. What do you end up not doing? What about self-care? You're always working. Go, go, go. That's your first priority because you're working for the family. You're working for your job. You got to make your family proud. Physically, emotionally, not eating right. Yeah. Not sleeping. You're going to stay up late and you're going to get it done. What else? Not eating, not sleeping. What's the third one? It's what I still don't do. And I tell Kate I will keep doing it, but I really don't. Yeah, exercising. Okay. So I am trying to close my circles. So sure enough, that's 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 what happened growing up. Okay, next, the next slide, please. So then I thought, all right, so the not eating thing, but we all got to eat. So what did boomers eat growing up? Seriously, look at this image. I was cracking up because this is so true. We ate. It was like the time of canned food and these fast foods and what is that plate lunch, not plate lunch, TV dinners. You that was a big deal when I was growing up. That was special. It was super special. And then with our dinners, you open a can of corn or a can of peas, and that was your vegetable. Like a can of corn was your vegetable when I was growing up. And I know it still is on our plate lunches. And then if we had salads, our salads were iceberg lettuce. It was iceberg lettuce, and then we would mix mayonnaise and shoyu and put them on the iceberg lettuce. So that's how we ate growing up. And yes, it does take its toll. If you're working all the time, you're eating more convenience foods, and it was about the time when fast foods became a thing. Like I remember the very first McDonald's opening. It was such a big deal. And so all of this happened in my lifetime. And and I continued to grow up with those values of work, 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 sacrifice yourself. And so what happened? Just like the AI description of boomers said, we're living longer, but with chronic diseases. And sure enough, in 2015, my body, it hit the fan and my body said, enough. And I had aches and pains. I had inflammation out of control, inside and out. So my arthritis, I had arthritis. I had pain in my knees going up and down those Pomaikai stairs. And I had inflammation on the outside as well with head to toe hives that nobody could help me with, no one. And for 2 years, I flew to Oahu to get shots because all they could do was help my symptoms. And so, in my story, what happened? In 2017, which is the next slide, I thought, what the heck? Kate's been like telling me about doTERRA, and I was a customer for a very long time, but it was more for like, ooh, smell good, pretty much. Um, and I decided to start LLV, and it was the foundational support. And I did it. I did it. I made a commitment. And so I did it for 3 months, 3 months, and my hives went away. 3 more months on LLV, this foundational support, and I was not taking any more prescription medication for all of those symptoms because what it was foundational support. Crazy, right? I mean, I think it is. And so it sold me. And I said, if this is what it does for me, to think, now remember, I'm now taking care of my family, right? So to think, what is it going to do for everybody else in my family? I got all these elders I take care of, which is my next slide. So I have all these elders to take care of and me, which we're all boomers, or not boomers, but we're all in the 55 plus. And and it took me forever to get them on LLV. Why do you think it took years to get them on LLV? Like literally, it took my father years. I had to ease him into it. It wasn't yeah, it wasn't processed. They're stubborn. It didn't come from the doctor. The doctors have all the authority. And even though they believed me, it was so many pills, just so many. And I constantly hear that from then, okay, so that was 2017 when I started on LLV and getting everybody else on it with me. And fast forward till today, it's still the thing that my friends in the boomers, they all tell me, there's so many pills. And I get it because it is a lot of pills. So our next slide, I want to tell you about my foundational routine now because it's awesome. I mean, okay, in the mornings, I used to take my LOV. Now I take the VMG instead, right? With, and I don't know if you can see that picture, but I take that in the best thing, the VMG, the Omega Plus, the PB Restore. I also do frankincense. In my morning routine, I've been taking all of that, I mean, LLV and PBSS. So it's just replaced it, right? And it made it so much easier. Like my mom can't believe how easy it is now. So I just take my Advantage and the VMG, mix them together with the frother and go, zzzz, and it's done. And you drink them. And then I just have the E omegas left. We take DDR Prime in our family, everyone. It's kind of like my non-negotiable with my relatives and my family for that extra cellular protection and efficiency for our cells. Bone nutrient, which all women need. And I wish I had started doing this sooner, younger. But I watch my mother. I look at my mother and I tell myself, I don't want to have those issues, you know? Um, and then turmeric, because remember I have arthritis. And then the Metapar soft gels for that boost, that energy boost for myself. And it has cut out what? How many pills? Like eight? No, four? No, six. And then in the afternoons, it's easy because I'm done, right? I took my VMG. So just the bone nutrient, Terrazyme, Metapar soft gels. And then I always take an on guard because I'm traveling all the time, all the time. And I'm with old people. So I have this responsibility. Plus, I have an infant granddaughter. So I'm like, I got to stay healthy and, you know, without sicknesses and stuff. I don't want to get people sick. And then before bedtime, I do Terrazyme, Copaiba, and On Guard soft gels because it just helps me. The Copaiba helps me wind down. The Terrazyme is going to help me deal with whatever's left in my gut so I can poop in the morning. And then, and On Guard soft gels again, one more boost for that immunity. But it's that easy, you know. Of course, I diffuse Serenity because Kate taught me that. And I have the Serenity stick now next to my bed with the frankincense stick. And I was taking Eliza's advice on putting the frankincense stick around the feet because, right, it holds in moisture. And heaven knows my feet can use it. And then adding that Serenity stick. And I tell you, I honestly am sleeping longer and better right now. And then I pop a couple of Serenity soft gels if I feel like maybe I took my Max a little bit too late in the day for extra energy in the afternoon or something. But yeah, it's it's my routine, but it's also the 55 plus people's routine. It's all of their routine. The hardest part now is it took me so long to get them to take LLV. that I now have to figure out, okay, how do I change this routine of not taking all the pills and doing the VMG, which I know they're going to love. And my mother she's already celebrating, you know, doing VMG instead of sitting down taking her pills one by one, watching TV, you know. Kate knows, she sees my mother doing that. Like, so to wrap it up, let's hear a little bit more about these products from PJ Hanks. And Liza's gonna cue up the video.
Yeah, hold on one second. I have to get out of here and then I might have to share again. Hold on one second. Um, I had it up.
Shalene, I bet you can really relate, yeah, to.
Where are you? Oh, there it is. Okay.
Totally relate. That I do add some different things than yours, but it's all good.
All right, here we go.
Please welcome Diamond PJ Hanks. Showery and sunshine, showery with sunshine. I'm so honored. I'm so honored to be representing the 55 plus age demographic. As a 65-year-old young grandmother. Last year, I had the opportunity to attend a presentation by Dr. Gladys McCary, who's often referred to as the mother of naturopaths. She turned 103 this year. And as she was presenting, she shared with us her 10-year plan of opening a wellness center. Needless to say, it changed my perspectives on my dream board and now I realize I have a few more 10-year plans than originally imagined. So if I'm going to have a few more 10-year plans in my future, I need to make sure I'm using all the resources to help me have the ability to accomplish them. Now, if you're not in this age group, you will be someday. Or you most likely have loved ones who are. So catch-up contributions is a phrase used for late investors that allow you in your later years to make larger contributions to your retirement plans. As baby boomers and beyond, we're looking for catch-up contributions to our health and wellness. And like everyone, regardless of age, we want to look good and feel good, but especially feel good. Now, some of us are experiencing the return of early investments or non-investments in our health, and we need some catch-up contributions in the following areas: inflammatory response and joint health, brain health, rest, and stress. We have a lot of products that can help with these three areas, and I'm happy to talk all day about them. But if we start at our foundation or the cellular level, we may be able to save many of those other products for when there are other issues. Many baby boomers, such as myself, did not have the education or these products that gave us the strong foundation. So we need products that are going to let us play catch up. As we age, our ability to absorb nutrients decreases, and we eat a smaller variety of foods. Absorption decreases due to not enough stomach acid and thinning of mucous membranes. So we need to do some celebrating that we now have VMG Plus. This product is a great way to make those catch-up contributions to our health and wellness. Now, the 5 blends in VMG Plus support cellular health and antioxidant needs. Supporting our cellular health supports our inflammatory response and brain health. And as we see improvement in our inflammatory response and brain health, we should have better sleep and more capacity to cope with life's challenges. The next contribution to investing in our health is the EO Omega Plus. Adding fatty acids to our foundational wellness not only supports many body systems, but also supports healthy cells. We can't have healthy cells, especially in the brain, if we don't have healthy levels of essential fatty acids. We don't make essential fatty acids on our own. We can only get them from the foods we eat and the supplements we choose. Our choice, as we've learned over the last few days, is EO Omega Plus. The last few months, I've had an extraordinary amount of creating to do at my desk, and afternoons were brutal for trying to stay awake and for my brain to stay sharp and focused. In July, I was given the opportunity to try VMG Plus and EO Omegas Plus for a month and a week. And at week 3 and 4, I noticed my afternoons of writing and designing were very productive. Then my samples were gone, and my husband had to listen to some of my whining about how much I missed those samples. But then a month later, I was blessed to get another 30 days worth, and at this time, I noticed that afternoon change on day 1. My brain and inflammatory response are so happy, and my ability to cope with all the projects was actually shocking. Investing in our health should be a lifelong commitment. Each year of healthy living supported by external contributions like supplements and essential oils adds precious time to our lives, time to achieve our long-term goals and savor another year of life's joys. In our quest to regain our health, we often turn to more supplements and more essential oils. However, if our metabolic health is compromised, these efforts may be less effective, like pouring into a leaky bucket with little return on our investment. An essential part of our wellness investment should focus on restoring and maintaining metabolic health. PB Restore plays a crucial role in this process. A healthy microbiome not only enhances the absorption of these supplements, but also improves the effectiveness of essential oils, making every wellness effort more impactful. By using it, we're not just supporting our immune and inflammatory systems, but also our brain, thanks to the direct connection between our gut and our brain. When these systems are well balanced, we enjoy better sleep and a greater ability to cope. Now that we've highlighted the importance of these foundational products and their numerous benefits and how do we choose where to start? Let's look at it as a good, better, and best option with some personalized additions. The good choice is a no-brainer at this point. VMG Plus and EO Omega Plus. This will yield noticeable results. Elevate your wellness with the better choice by adding PB Restore. To make a significant investment in your overall health, choose the best option by adding the new frankincense complex to your daily habits. If you missed my Terra Talk on Thursday, where I detailed the many benefits of this remarkable product, I highly recommend listening to that recording. This is a product I've dreamed of for over 8 years, and after using it daily for 2 months, I can confidently say it's been one of the most impactful catch-up contributions to my health and wellness. The returns on this investment have been truly rewarding. Beyond good, better, and best, I also have these recommendations for personalization. I've selected 3 that resonate particularly well with our demographic. The Turmeric Duo Capsules, the doTERRA Serenity Sleep Stick, and the doTERRA Deep Blue Stick. These products have proven to be game changers for many, including myself and my husband. The turmeric duo capsules, like the frankincense complex, are two products like nothing else in the world. And there is some research that reveals combining turmeric with boswellic acid creates an increased synergy. As rest and stress is a big concern for 55 plus demographic, there's no doubt that when we are not getting enough sleep, we have less of an ability to cope with life's challenges. And when we have a way, when we don't get enough sleep and too many challenges, we don't cope well and we don't sleep well. The doTERRA Serenity Stick with added valerian essential oil is an easy way to focus on supporting our sleep routine. I know it's not on this list, but I feel it would be a disservice if I did not recommend the Spanish sage essential oil for those who have cognitive health support needs. When diffused, the Spanish sage creates a refreshing, stimulating atmosphere and a supportive memory and cognitive performance training. Now, finally, the Deep Blue Stick with Copaiba essential oil and the Deep Blue Rub. You all know how wonderful these products are. Now, a quick note on building a business with this demographic. I encourage you to find and listen to a wonderful Empowered Success presentation Betty Torres did this summer on how to build with this demographic. I hope each of us and you have many 10-year plans ahead of you. And I know that by integrating these products into your daily life, you can accomplish those plans with a stronger inflammatory response, a healthier brain, and better rest and ability to face the challenges. They can help you make those catch-up contributions to your health. Thank you.
Cover me in sunshine, shower me with time.
Ray, did you want to say anything to close it out?
Well, I just wanted to say that the catch up, I was trying really hard not to use a phrase like that because I knew she was going to talk about that. But it really is in my demographic, it is catching up because we weren't raised taking care of our health. Like exercising, what is that? You work, you don't exercise, you work.
Right.
No, right? You work in the yard, that's your exercise. So we all have to catch up. And the other thing about this demographic that I learned is not only is it the largest and with so many issues, health issues, it's also the uh, not wealthy isn't the right word, but we got the have the most assets, I guess, in this group. And so I looked at, well, what do people spend their money on? What do boomers spend the money on? The number one thing was food, food and groceries. I thought that was really interesting. And the second thing, pharmaceuticals. So if we can show people how we can help them, hopefully to not be so dependent on pharmaceuticals and how the dollars they spend on groceries, which I know with my parents and stuff, they also waste a lot of groceries. So taking that VMG and how much that's going to support them nutritionally, I think is a real game changer. Yeah. Okay.
Awesome, Ray. Thank you so much for sharing tonight and kicking off our Oils Through the Ages series. That was really informative, and we all have people and loved ones that fall into those categories. So, and like PJ said, eventually we'll be there, right? So, um, All right, everybody, we're just going to wrap up tonight real quick by going over the schedule of events for the rest of this month. So pay attention. This tomorrow is Lehua's, I think this might be a monthly class. I'm not totally sure. Aloha Aina with Lehua. She changed the time to this to 6 p.m. So Kate, if you didn't yet, share this with Kyle because I know he was looking for a later time. But she is going to share about Aloha Aina tools, protocols, techniques, and the like that doTERRA has to offer. So definitely check her out tomorrow if you did not yet. Um, Kate is going to have a foundational wellness class on Sunday, October 20th at 2 p.m. All of these events can be found at the bit.ly /EIL events. And we ask that you register for the online classes. You must register. And then for the in-person events, it's really helpful for us to get an idea of who's going to be attending. So Kate's going to be hosting a foundational wellness class, which is focus around the new products, VMG Plus, the E Omega Plus, PB Restore. And I will be doing an online lifestyle overview on Thursday, October 24th. And so I would love to have you invite customers to this. Um, they could be new customers, they could be customers that you've had for a long time. I actually realize I need to update this lifestyle overview now because of the new products. I'll probably just use the new live guide though, actually, is what I'll do. So, all right. And then I am trying to bring this back. Last month we canceled. It was a bad night, and I also had something come up for family, but we're gonna try to have Pauhana again once a month. Nothing special, just time together. So I guess that's special, but no class, no learning, just if people want to get together uh and hang out. And then we started off our Oils Through the Ages series with Ray tonight. Next week will be Kanani, who is going to tackle my generation, the 45 to 54-year-olds. We are at the beginning stage of this next phase of our lives. And then the following week, Kate will be doing the 30 to 44-year generation. She got away with still being 44 and getting to do this one. And Kanan and I were 45. So November 6th, we'll have Jai. His might be pre-recorded because he's in college and he is 3 hour time difference. So this will probably be a pre-recording. On November 13th, I will be tackling babies, kids, and teens. And then Kyle on November 20th is going to wrap up our series, our 6 part, I said 8, I think earlier, our 6 part series on essential oils for men with Kyle. And that is really something exciting because many of us are in here are women, but many of us have men in our lives. So this will help us to take care. Yeah, that's how she got away with it, Ray. Because she like literally, literally. Yeah. So sneaky, sneaky. All right, everyone. As usual, I think this is the last slide. Yep, that's it. As usual, thank you for showing up for yourselves, for your learning, for your community, for your connection. We really, really strive to put forth Wednesday calls that are going to be impactful and resonate and inspire. And so please, I will be posting this link. I'll put it in the WhatsApp group. I'll put it in the customer group. But please, please share it too. Take some time every day when you're doing your, 2 follow-ups to take this link and say, hey, so and so, we had this great call on Oils Through the Ages for 55 plus. This would be perfect for you to spend 20 minutes watching. So please take the time to share the education that we put a lot of time and energy into bringing to you guys as well. We're so grateful for you always. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you here next week with Kanani for the 45 to 54-year-old range. Have a good night. Bye. Good night, everyone.
Right.
Night.